need to tilt this down. Oh shit. Fuck. Hi. Hello. Pardon me. So, today I want to talk about a series that I really loved as a kid, and I still have such fond memories of it, and I cannot get rid of the books because they're just so dear to me. But also, I'm going to share with you one of my biggest frustrations about the series. Not about what's written in the books. So, we all know Suzanne Collins, right? Or Suzanne Collins. Author of the famed Hunger Games. Everyone knows the Hunger Games. Great books, really good movies, all good. Here's the thing. When the Hunger Games came out, all of my friends were talking about it, and I was like, what's the Hunger Games? They showed me the books, I saw the name of the author, and I was like, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Are you talking about this author? Suzanne Collins? Because when I was 11 years old, I read these books. So we all know that the Hunger Games, it's a YA fantasy, dystopia, sci-fi, and they were published in 2008. She wrote a series before that, the Underland series, or the Underland Chronicles. This book was published in 2003. Okay, granted, maybe these didn't make such a big deal in the world of adult literature, or young adult literature, because we all know that a lot of adults read a lot of young adult literature. Technically, this is children's epic fantasy, so I can understand why maybe no one really talks about this. Or maybe someone has. You know, maybe I'm the one who's completely outdated and I arrived onto BookTube and I'm talking about how no one's talking about Gregor the Overlander, but maybe they did. I don't know. My point is, I haven't heard anyone talk about this series. I haven't heard of anyone talk about how it's a really good series. It's actually, it has like 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. 97% of the population who has read this series like it. Again, it's children's literature, I guess, but it's still one of the only series that I still remember to this day and I hold to very high regard. So if you do want to know a little bit about this series, if you've never read it before, the Underland Chronicles, written by Suzanne Collins, same author for Hunger Games. These books were inspired by the Alice in Wonderland theme, but Suzanne Collins, instead of making it, you know, a rabbit hole, it's a manhole. So basically what happens is this young boy, Gregor, falls into a manhole with his younger sister. Get this, her name is Boots. It's adorable. And they discover Underland. So Underland is, just as it says, it's under the land. It was actually discovered hundreds of years ago by people who ended up colonizing it. I can't remember what ended up happening. I can't remember if they ended up just staying down there or if they just couldn't get out. I'm pretty sure it was actually that they could, but I don't know, like the path to get out disappeared or became a little dangerous. I read this series when I was 11, okay? It's been a while. But the basic premise of the story still stays with me. This young boy with his little sister appear, and the people in the underworld are like, oh my god, it's the boy from the prophecy and the princess. Boots is a princess. I gotta say, Boots is one of my favorite characters. I still remember the funny ass shit that happened. So anyways, there are other things in this book as well. There are creatures, giant bats, giant rats, giant cockroaches. Pretty sure there end up being like giant lizards at some point. So this entire series revolves around this boy who's a part of a bigger prophecy. In every single one of the books, because there are 5 of these, in every single one of these books, there's a prophecy. it's always a different type of prophecy, and it doesn't always involve Gregor, but there's always a prophecy. And the prophecy was written, all these prophecies were written by Bartholomew of Sandwich. How noble is that? Anyways, another thing that I want to point out is these books, they do deal with really heavy topics. So even though they're kids' books, they still have these pretty heavy topics about war, genocide, and biological warfare. A lot of like really heavy topics, even though it's in a children's novel. Like there were some of these books, I remember in the third one, there was a plague and they were all dying from it, and there's a prophecy all around it, and Gregor was trying to solve it, to save other people. Like there were parts in this book that were pretty dark, like a lot of the same theme of Hunger Games. So what I'm trying to say here is, if you liked the Hunger Games, please, please, please check out this series. I know that it's a children's epic fantasy, but honestly, I still to this day love this series, and a lot of the stuff that was in it was really, really good. Like, it was amazing to read. But I need to end my video because Ryan is cutting grass outside, and I'm pretty sure that the camera is picking up that sound. So if you enjoyed this video, please let me know by commenting down below. If you've read this series, oh my god, please tell me if you have read this series. Can we talk about it? If you haven't read this series, I really recommend that you read it. I don't feel like a lot of people have, so let me know if you're interested in reading it. Let me know what you think about it, if you have. And again, as usual, if you enjoyed this video, feel free to like and subscribe, and you can find me in a whole bunch of other social media in the links below. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.